Hello, Bishop Walsh here. I'm here in my office on Wednesday, November 30th, and behind me I have a number of the birthday cards that I received. Yesterday was my birthday and enjoyed spending the day at the Conway Retreat Center, spending the day with the Advent Day of Reflection with many of our priests and directors of parish life. It was very nice to spend that kind of quality time together reflecting on the spirit of Advent in this liturgical time when we slow things down and anticipate the coming of the Messiah as our ancestors of old did. And we're reflecting that it's not one of the things we're very good at in a very fast-paced society, and we're busy with all kinds of things. But it's important to be able to reflect in the Advent season on that joyful anticipation that our ancestors had for the Messiah, the one who would come and save us. And so we have the benefit of knowing the fulfillment of that promise of God, but we need to always be reminded just how precious it is. So this Advent time reminds us of the Lamb. You see depicted in the image behind me, which I also really reflect on often, the Lamb of God who has come to take away the sins of the world, and how blessed we are to experience that gift of our faith. So I encourage everyone to joyfully anticipate Christmas by observing Advent and spending the time listening to the words of the sacred scriptures when we go to Mass, receive the Lord, and to just be able to plug into that joyfulness of what the anticipation of the incarnation is meant to teach us. To be patient and to await with confidence what God will do to fulfill his promise. And it was just a wonderful day yesterday to spend time there with at the Augustine Center with all those who were gathered there. So a couple of our announcements for this week. We're having a gathering for the Catholic Human Services. They're having the board meeting and also a Christmas gathering, as many organizations and groups are going to be doing during this time. So we're looking forward to also just recollecting the 50 years that Catholic Human Services has been meeting the needs of many people in our Diocese of Gaylord in many different ways, through the programs that they have, the many ways they reach out to those in need. And again, I would refer you to the website. They have all the information that would be important to know about the organization and what they do. I want to thank Chip Zielinski, who is our Director of Catholic Human Services, and for all the staff and all the employees that have anything to do with helping out with that organization. It's a very good reflection of the ministry of the church, where the rubber meets the road, of being able to meet the concrete needs of people in so many ways. We're going to be having a Finance Council meeting, our Diocesan Finance Council, and a Diocesan Pastoral Council meeting this week, where we reflect on the good stewardship that we are striving to do, that we've had in the past and we continue to try to do with the resources that we have. And I want to thank everyone who serves on those councils for adding their expertise when it comes to their backgrounds in finance and or just the background and the experience of serving in ministries and having the church at the center of their lives in many ways. I rely on them for their good counsel and for the experience that they have. And there's reporting on, the audits that are part of the Finance Council, and we try to make them as available as possible. And if anybody has any questions about our financial status, we are, thank God, overall in good shape, and we have much to do still. So we continue to rely on the goodwill of those who make contributions to the Catholic Services Appeal and to the parishes to make sure that the mission of the church continues. Also, just want to make mention, I'll be in Peshabi town this weekend celebrating Mass and over in Empire for a fundraiser at that parish, St. Phillip Neri. And there's just a lot of other things that I'm sure are swirling about in this time But once again, Advent is a time for us to have solemn reflections and joyful anticipation of Christmas. I pray that your families will experience that, especially by the celebration of the Holy Mass and the lighting of those candles that slowly remind us that Christmas will soon be here. God bless you, and thank you for checking in.